We should be good to try to kind of swing down this way. I might try to swing around and then back, and then see what we can do about some of this terror of ours. Because we are, yeah, getting close to the 70s. Uh-oh. Oh my gosh. In the watches of the night, you pad softly past the hatch to the crew quarters. Man cries softly in his sleep, desperately. Another. I don't want to ignore them. Gives you a 32% acquire. Let's go for it. Gained another terror. Got more fragments. Failed the challenge. The whole Neath lit up like a snuffer mask. There's something in the roof, Captain. It's in the roof. It's watching us. Eyes and a face. Eyes and a face. Ugh. Well, yeah, we definitely need to try to take care of this terror much sooner than later, because this is going to be a big problem. That's the problem with just being out as a whole. That'll continue building up over time. Fortunately, yeah, returning to London will set it back to 50, but getting below that seems like it'll be more of a challenge. I'll have to look into how to pull that one off. I guess, yeah, no matter all the supplies you have, as much as you have, as big a ship as you have, it'll all really kind of come down to the crew and how well they hold up with you. Thoughts of home come at the strangest times. Oh! A bound shark. Let's not go near him. Ah. I'm gonna keep the light on. We have plenty of fuel. Oh, uh-oh. As the first watch ends, shouts forward arouse you. Your bosun face is grim as you emerge on deck. We lost one. Weighted himself with pans and went overboard. Took Cook's best kettle, too. Morale is worsening. Oh, man. %16 chance. Yeah, let's do extra rum. We got plenty of supplies. We lost a crew. Lost 5 terror. Oh. Hey, lick a monkey crag. That seems like the fun place to visit. Okay, yeah, let's try to get back to London. We are in a bad way. And this shark seems to be moving parallel with us. Hopefully he will not. Yeah, gosh. So as terror continues to get much higher, much more stuff like that is going on. Get the all clear. I was really hoping to find that punching station. My gosh, these things look like they're alive. Like a monkey crag. Let's try to swing through here a little bit. I hate to waste the lantern the whole time and not get anything. My goodness, what is that? These places are just insane and fascinating. Doesn't even seem to be a place that'll show up with a name. Alright, the Dubois Maelstrom. Okay, yeah, let's get to London. Let's get to London, get our... Oh, there's one more island right here. Crab cake! Okay, fantastic. Alright, let's get out of here. Ooh, Rowena's Rocks. Here's another light ship. Yeah, terror is up to 75. Alright, we should be good enough to make it all the way back at this point. And then set it back to 50. And we still have a decent amount of crew. Gosh, yeah, pages, hearts, that sort of thing. Tough when the challenges are based around that, and My greatest strength right now is mirrors, so if we have a good mirrors challenge... Am I in the right? Okay, yeah, perfect. Alright. My gosh, we're close to another secret. 27 more fragments for that, huh? Well, that was a good little excursion. We got a nice spot figured out. We didn't really find much of anything, unfortunately. There was a couple just landmarks as a whole, but no other places to really land, unfortunately. But it's good to know too that the lightships will take Tales from home. Whew, alright. Terror's back down to 50. Gained 2 nightmares strength. What does that do for us, I wonder? You may suffer nightmares later. That seems to be the case. Get our messages from the Harbor Master. As always, let's pop to London. Go to the Admiralty Survey Office. We've got Hunter's Keep. Vendor Bite. Alright, so we got a few echoes out of that. And we actually have 2 Admiralty's favor, so we can go speak to them. Let's go ahead and do that. Survey 3 ports in return. Okay, so maybe not quite yet. That's where we gotta find another one to be able to do that. Alright, let's pop back to our lodgings. Read the morning papers. Get the recent news. Lose 1 terror. Alright, what can we do to remove some of this terror? Apparently not much. Tattoo parlor. With the Tale of Terror. I can get a tattoo. Alright, let's see here. Gosh, that is tempting. I'm not sure whether that'll reduce our terror or increase it, really. What else have we got in London? Hire on more crew. Offer to new recruit. Let's see who we got. New recruits is an option. Oh my gosh. Tireless mechanic. That'd be nice. I think 7 of 10 sailors. That's still pretty decent. So long as we don't start losing even more. But an engineer is tempting. 50 echoes. Well, we don't have a mechanic. Increases veils and fuel efficiency. Even better. Alright, perfect. We got that to spare. 50. We have a mechanic. Do we get to see him? Chief. Alright. Chief engineer. Hot dog. The tireless mechanic. Does he ever sleep? His eyes are dark circled, but his hands are steady. So, increased our veil and our fuel efficiency. Perfect. Excellent. Plus, we have another happy, bright face. You know, secretly I was hoping for Kaylee from Firefly to be our chief engineer, but, you know, you take the hand that you're dealt. Alright, what else can we do to try to... what is our terror? 49. Let's pop back into London one last time. Matter of luck. 30 echoes. Something like this might just be like gambling, so we might just lose all that. I'm hoping I'm going to go ahead and test my luck here that we either reduce some terror or make some money. And 30 echoes isn't terrible. We've got 515 still, so let's just in the off chance that lost 5 terror. We were fortunate, lost our 30 echoes, and we got even more recent news. Perfect. Whew. Might run into trouble or romance. Alright, well that actually worked out pretty well. So our terror's down to 44, much better than it was. We did lose some echoes, but personally I think it's worth it for what we've done. Alright, let's get a little bit more fuel, a little bit more supplies. Let's check out, alright. Yeah, I'd like to try to head straight out this way and then maybe right up in here, so... I feel like that was a heck of a trip up and around. If we maybe just shoot straight out and then back, that should be pretty good. And then along the way, too, I can try to give some news to some of these lightships that we come across. I'd be very curious to see what they give us for recent news, in fact. Alright, we've got our first guy here. Which, he's not that far from London, but I guess even just out of range, you still want to hear anything. Lost 2 terror, lost... Excellent. Sip tea and chat, that sounds delightful. Let me take a little bit of my coffee really quick. Tea would be a perfect beverage for this game, too. Might have to do that next time. Alright, full speed ahead, swing around, hopefully not hit that little rock. That would be very unfortunate. Our hull's doing decently, but yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that as well. Because I don't want to, especially if those bats keep at us and we can't seem to get a shot on them. That would be very bad. So we enter the snares. I guess that's kind of the name of this region that has all these kind of tendrily islands, which just look terrifying but fascinating at the same time. What are these tendrils coming off of Crab Cake Island, and what is that? Oh gosh. The lookout shouts far above. The false stars in the cabin roof are shifting. A rare and ominous event. What now? Eyes on the deck. Forbid them to look. You can't really stop them. Oh, okay, so... Can't really stop them. Matter of what? 50-50 chance. Record the change and assign a name. Oh, gosh. Let's take a chance. We need to. Gain 2 terror. Blast. 3 of the false stars wink out altogether as suddenly his eyes close. The pattern that remains is as hopeless and meaningless as cast dice. Somewhere a sailor begins to sob. Whew. And, yep, terror is not a good thing. So we got a western angler crab. Let's definitely avoid that. Oh, this looks like some sort of place to hopefully, potentially stop. Hello? Can we see anything? What have we got? Oh, that's adorable. A jellyfleur. Okay. Finally a place to dock, which at least will give us that last port report to be able to use as well. And hopefully a good means of reducing even more terror. Hello? Where are we? Pigmoat Isle. 2 houses, both alike in dignity. Huh, no habitation in sight, no market. Oh gosh. No market. Very little in the way of a maintained dock. A stretch of sand thickens into damp black earth from what sprout stunted palms? Not quite. Tall fungal growths with frond-like caps, as if someone sculpted the idea from a tree of a tree from a mushroom. These growths appear sparse since the beach, near the beach, but clump closer together the farther inland one goes, clustering tightly into a sort of forest around the base of the island's central hill. You can see, off in the distance, dots of fire flecking the horizon, and hear clamor, shouts, and shot. If you look into the quay, you can make out the unusual shapes of 2 tiny figures. Let's see what's here. Oh gosh. War? As you step onto the quay, you hear clamor, shots, yep. 2 tiny figures stand a little further down, unmoving, rather as if awaiting your approach. Oh gosh, oh no. The figures are rodents. What? To your left is a Radis Faber, wearing goggles, a blacksmith's apron, and an assortment of tools. To your right is an unusually large guinea pig, wearing a helmet breastplate reminiscent of nothing so much as the high Middle Ages. The rat steps forward first and bows. Welcome, Captain, to the Rat Star Isle. I'm Edgar, 2nd Chief Engineer of the 3rd Rat Brigade. I invite you to avail yourself of food fuel at our expense. The only cost to you is a choice. The rat steps back at precisely the same moment. What appears to be the ease of long habit, the guinea pig scuttles forward and makes a declamatory chirp. What the? What kind of an accent does a guinea pig have? I have no idea. Welcome, Captain, to the Isle of Caviar. I am Lady who? Welcome, Captain, to the Isle of Caviar. I am Lady Augusta Devereaux, Swinch of the Blackwater Swinches, seneschal to our King Gracenough, first of his name. I invite you to avail yourself of food and fuel at our expense. Your only cost is a choice, huh? Two stand at a chance looking at you expectantly. What choice? Enough of this. Sea monsters, faceless predators, screaming oceans, yes. But you draw the line of talking to guinea pigs in full armor. Apparently I've landed on the island that all the Redwall books are set in because, you know, talking guinea pigs, rats in medieval armor and swords. I'm more than happy to stay here. I love the Redwall series. This seems like a fantastic. So yeah, okay, what choice? Alright. They sound so rehearsed, indeed. Let's see here. Your choice needs to be tentative. Your question needs... Oof, yeah, I'm not even going to try to keep speaking words into everybody's faces. Alright. Should I speak to the chief engineer? Speak to the seneschal? Oh. Yeah, let's speak to the seneschal. Oh my gosh. Oh dear. The seneschal clears her throat with the delicacy to revival the duchess's own before speaking. Grace now, the king, our lord and sovereign, full 7 months has sojourned on the sea, conquered this land, and won the southern main. Now no fortress against him shall remain, no city walls left for him to gain, save the rats that squeak behind mountain. Unlikely was the lamb of our deliverance. Assured shall be the glories of their fall when Our Lady's eye restored to her hall. Oh man, yikes. Seneschal composes herself, then adds, We saw truth and beauty by the light in Our Lady's eye on Mount Caveat, but the rats with their guns and their chatter and their peasants' politics stole it from us. We will subjugate them and take it back. They are a rebel and we'll rule them with steel-shod velvet our paws. Will you join us? Oh gosh. You're ready to make your choice. Alright, let's speak to the engineer, whose accent I've already forgotten as well. You ask the engineer to elaborate. He looks at you for a long measured moment before speaking gruffly. We came to this land... yeah, I don't remember what accent I just used. I gotta, like, write down or watch my own videos or something. We came to this island to make a home for ourselves, away from London. It's cats and snuffers. It's ratskin suits. We came to live as citizens in our own republic. We came with our tools, our teeth, our clever hands, and we made a beautiful city by the light of the rat star that shone bright and blue on Mount Ararat. Huh. The chief engineer nods towards the distant hill. One day we braved the depths of the chicken woods, and from the top of Mount Ararat we placked the rat star to be our light, our beacon, and our flag. But the pigs of Cavi saw the light, and they lusted for it. They sent armies to rule us and steal our star. We will not permit them to take what is ours. We will resist them to the last breath. Will you join in defeating them? Oh, boy. Alright, let's make our choice. Oh. Attempt to broker peace. Much as I hate choosing sides on things like this. Personally, I think I would favor the rats and the chief engineer on wanting to get away and find your own place. But at the same time, yeah, I much prefer to try to broker peace. Let's see here. They share a look and regard you with scornful amusement. Yes, you're obviously much cleverer than us. Oh, such, you know so much, yeah. My idealism won't help here, and I gained terror, as expected. Alright, let's help the chief engineer. Again, I hate to not get involved, but let's see what happens. You extend a hand to the chief engineer, who shakes it grimly. The seneschal hisses, chatters her teeth in disgust, but keeps her distance. An occurrence, your rat in the making quality is now 1. Oh, goodness. Cast your lot with the rats. Oh, man. Okay. That is quite a bit, let's see. Chief engineer leads you through the northern side of the island, skirting the chicken woods. You pass through a number of what can only be termed checkpoints as fierce-eyed rats shoulder their derringers and salute the chief engineer. Soon you come upon a small colony, smaller than some of the infestations you've encountered in London flats. Only perhaps 50 Ratus Faber altogether, working diligently to fortify their side of the island. First thing you notice is a brilliant light beaming out from a stump from chickenwood about 6 feet high. It bathes the whole settlement in a clean blue glow and is almost too bright to look at. By its light you can see several raised mounts of earth, suggesting shallow tunnels. An efficient fishing operation is set up by the water. An albino rat mends nets while the others stab sharpened sticks into the waves. Further inland is a barracks where Sergeant Barks drills at a small squadron of fighters. Your arrival draws attention, and several rats pause in their work to look at you curiously. "Welcome to Marinia," says the chief engineer, voice warm with pride. "It's not much to look at now, but once we've roused the KVs, take a stroll around, I shall summon the War Council." Oh my gosh, what have I gotten myself into? With that, he vanishes into one of the mounds and leaves you to explore. Oh gosh, alright, let's head to the barracks first. Approach the drill sergeant and go so far as to salute her, which earns you a grunt of satisfaction. The sergeant dismisses her troops and offers you a bit of chickenwood jerky to gnaw on. "There's more of us below ground," she explains, "but not enough. The KVs are bigger and there's more of them. We're better with weapons, but we haven't got the stuff to make them with. Most of us came here as stowaways and brought nothing but food, tools, and the furs on our backs. We can fish and we nibble the chickenwoods, but we can't make guns out of trees. The KVs come with their own steamer, and seem to have endless supplies. We raid them sometimes, but there's so few of us we can never hold on to territory gained for long. But that's of no consequence. All we want is to be left in peace to build our republic, and the Rat Star." She adds thoughtfully after a moment, "Of course we want that too." Alright, let's check out the beach. An albino rat smiles quietly up at you from his mending work, dainty and a little shy. Chickenwood floats, especially when it's dried out and sealed, so we're able to paddle it a bit and cast our nets. We come up with all sorts of things, blind fish, crabs, sometimes a chunk of broken tentacle, but the fishing would never be so good without the Rat Star. He beams in kind. "I think it only draws good fish and keeps the scary ones at bay. I know the chief science officer doesn't believe it, but I do. That light is our livelihood." Alright, let's head towards the Rat Star. Man, excitable rat, peering at through smoky goggles, twitching her whiskers and making notes on what appears to be real paper. A learned astronomer. Oh gosh, I'm terrible with female voices. I'll just use my own for that for the time being. "It's not a star, of course, not really, but try explaining that to the others. The chief engineer doesn't want me working too hard to convince them. Says this is better for morale, but just look at it. Look." She offers her goggles, and you manage to work them just enough over one of your eyes to see the truth of what's in the bowl. Oh my gosh, it's scintillac, but unlike any you've seen before. Blue as sapphire, but more brilliant. Something about the clarity of its color is tremendously soothing. The chief science officer titters with pleasure as you hand her goggles back. "Those of us who've been to the KV side of the island and lived to tell of it say that there's plenty of glow there, plenty of bright in the water all round, but nothing like this. We took this from the island's center, Mount Ararat. Only it's not a mountain, of course, any more than this is a star. It's hollow, there's sweet water inside, and coral crawling all up the walls of it, but nothing that glows save this. It's ours now, and no one can take it from us." Oof. Alright. Wait for the War Council. Let's get some coffee, too. So much reading. These are the most talkative rats I've come across. Hey, our rat in the making quality is now 2. Done all the exploring we want. Time to take action. Oh, dear me. "So you're going to help us beat up the KVs," he says with a hard edge in his voice, "but how exactly? Offer assistance with strategy. Offer to attack them themselves." Oof. Fails. 27%. Please offer guns. 2 supplies. 24. Oh, no. Why couldn't it have been a mirrors challenge? Even an iron challenge. I hate to not get involved and just leave stuff. Alright, let's take the chance. Fingers crossed. I'm not even gonna scroll down to see whether I worked out or not. Let's start reading and see what happens as we go. You dress up one of your sailors in a mess of shabby cloth smeared with prisoners' honey and instruct him to roll around in the black earth of the island. Soon you have a glorious mud monster, yes, to send thrashing through the chicken woods towards the cavies. The distraction works perfectly. The cavies divert their force towards your makeshift beast, leaving the rats with very little opposition as they successfully plunder their grounded ship. They return triumphant, as does your sailor, laughing and having led the cavies on a merry chase. Within a few hours, the rats' diligence has resulted in the building of remarkable cache of weapons, which they successfully rout their enemy. My rat in the making quality is 5. Now I have 1 scintillac, whatever that is. Gain 10 fuel. I beat the Veils challenge. I lost 15 terror. Yeah!